I'm ready for our Easter special. Well, actually, Easter isn't about you. Of course it is. I'm the Easter Bunny. Actually, it's about Jesus. A long time ago in the city of Jerusalem, he was sitting with his friend and they're having a dinner. And then he said, "This is going to be our last night together." And everyone was just like, "Oh my God." He said, "This is, the wine was his blood and the bread was his body." And then he said, "You're going to betray me." And then Peter grabbed the guy's arm and Jesus just like, "Peter, it's fine, just let him go." And then he ran off. Nowhere, the police came and like, "Hey, where's Jesus?" He's like, "Wait, what do I get?" And he's like, "Moolah, my dude." And so, yeah. So, meanwhile, in another direction, Peter's just like, "Jesus, I'm never gonna betray you. You see, I'm always be by your side." But then Jesus just like, "No, you are. See, you're gonna deny me 3 times, okay?" And then after, Jesus gets arrested. But while he's getting arrested, Peter just comes out like, "Yeah!" And then he cuts a guy's ear off. And Jesus just like, "Peter, what did I tell you were gonna do? You're basically denying me right now." And Jesus healed his ear, and he still got arrested for that. And so he goes to the priest, and the priest were like, "I don't like how you're teaching. How can you say you are the Messiah if you are not the Messiah?" And so they called him guilty, and then the next beautiful day, everyone's just out. Jesus is in jail, sadly. And then these 2 guys are like, "Hey, if you think you're a king," which he did not think he was a king, everyone should wear a crown. And so they took horns and stabbed it into his head. And then the next day, it was the Passover, which the Jews celebrate when Moses saved them from Egypt. Well, Moses and Jesus, but or God really. And so they're out. So each and so they'll eat 1 criminal out every single Passover. And so it was between Jesus, and they made him look like a fool, or a freaking murderer. But everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, the murderer, yeah, let him free." And then after that, Mary's just like, oh my gosh, Jesus is gonna get killed. They're gonna kill him. Oh my God. And everyone's just like, "Oh my God, Jesus' friend were so worried." And then they started whipping him 40 times. They whipped him 40 times. And then after that, they made him carry the cross all the way up the hill, which is pretty much like 10 miles. And then whipped him while he was doing it. And so he goes and then he just plants, because obviously no human being can do that. So they called the guy to help him. And they did. And they walked all the way to the cross. And then they did something. They nailed nails into their hands and their feet and into his feet. And they put him back up. And the person next to him is like, "Can you please forgive me?" And Jesus said, "You will be with me in paradise. Your sins are forgiven." And then everyone was devastated because Jesus was dead. He died.
Say, that you only meant well, 'cause you did what you said.
And this is where the magic happens. Jesus rose back from the dead. And that is the Easter story. Now, what Easter is really all about isn't about eggs or candy. It's really about how Jesus actually saved our soul and our life.